wanted to be the first premium EV mover in India, but could not for certain extrinsic factors. But the time has come, we have the first e-tron with us, and you know, when you come after your rivals, you have certain benefits that you can reap rewards of. I'm going to tell you 10 things that you should know about the e-tron, because I know, just like you, I can't even afford this car. But for the ones who can afford and ones who have interest in this electric car from the Audi should know this. The size is huge for an EV. The e-tron is loosely based on MLB Evo platform, which also underpins Q5s and Q7s. This means space is never going to be an issue. For numbers, the e-tron is 5 meters in length, 2 meters wide, and you get over 650 liters of boot space. Though it's an electric, the design does not scream of all electric like most of its rivals. For example, if you take a look at the front, the grille and the headlights mimic that of the bigger SUVs in the Audi family. This will surely remind you of the Q5 and Q7. Then you have this Matrix LED headlight, which looks fantastic and also works nice at night. You have big 20-inch Mammoth alloy wheels with healthy rubber on the sides, and it gives a nice visual boost to the appearance of e-tron 55. But you know what steals the show is the wholesome height. Most of its rivals look like crossovers or jacked up hatchbacks. In that sense, e-tron really scores well. And what do you think about the tail of the e-tron? The lights out there look really fantastic. Perfect finishing job. You have LEDs joining both the flanks with sleek profile. Also, the tail is slightly elevated with a bulge, and you have glittering Audi logo right in the middle, e-tron and Quattro on either sides. And I must say, I have to give kudos to the Audi designers. Adaptive suspensions are again a segment first for EVs in India. The ground clearance is healthier in e-tron than the rivals, so your floor batteries are always away from speed breakers. If you are thinking how to recharge your e-tron, Audi is actually taking more care than you would expect. 2 complementary chargers, 11 kilowatt compact charger and an AC wall box will be supplied to the customers. Additionally, 50 kilowatt fast chargers are installed at Audi dealerships for public use. All black theme, the interior feels as if you are sitting in a big SUV. Space is never a question at any position you choose to be in. Also, e-tron is pretty loaded from creature comforts perspective. The interior is peppered with panoramic sunroof, electrically adjustable seats, wireless charging, and 3-zone climate control, to name a few. EQC 80 kWh, I-Pace 90 kWh, and the e-tron 95 kWh. The battery packs tell you a story here. Even in actual sense, this one is really handy with a range. With range, this one does come with a claimed WLTP cycle of 440, but in real life, I expect in a more hotter, more sultry weather condition, this will surely give around 400 if you are driving in the cities. This will go up by a few kilometers if you are cruising, because you have several cruise modes to optimize your range. The Audi e-tron, much like its rivals, get twin axle motor, which gives out 360 horses and 561 Newton meters of peak torque. That can go up by almost 50 units if driven in sport or dynamic mode. A lot of you ask, कितना तेज भागती है? Just for the claimed number perspective, I would tell you 5.7 seconds for the e-tron for a 0 to 100, whereas both Mercedes EQC and Jaguar I-Pace are quicker at 5.1 and 4.3 seconds respectively. Now all that matters only if you're sprinting on a racetrack. But if that is not the venue, I think this car shines. This car shines on every corner. It handles so beautifully, and the credit goes to the Quattro system. It sticks to the ground with so much of traction as if its life depends on the kind of grip it offers. I like the fact that the cockpit has been designed in a driver-focused way. The steering wheel is light, easy to hold, agile and responds sharply. The driver's display is a virtual cockpit with sharp and crisp detailing. The twin touchscreens, one for entertainment and the other for the AC controls, are slightly tilted towards the driver, making it easier to access on the move. Believe it or not, the initial lot of e-trons is the fourth most affordable Audi cars in India. Affordable might sound to be an oxymoron, but the hopes are real high. Audi is planning to sell around 200 units by the end of this year. And just not the 50 and 55 e-trons, it's planning to bring in a whole lot of electric cars under the e-tron portfolio. I am happy because the Germans are projecting 15% of their overall sales from electrified cars in India. That's a serious commitment to make. Also, you would know Q5s, Q3s and Q7s are missing. This one can just be the right product to pull that gap. That's all we have for you from the first drive review. What do you think of e-tron and Audi's future? Do let us know in the comments box below.